YouTube, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about skill-based matchmaking. And after playing the Black Ops 7 beta with the new added mode of open mosh pit, I got to experience it firsthand. And I'm going to be real, I kind of love it. And this is honestly how Call of Duty should be. You know, I think it's since like 2019 that we've had to deal with skill-based matchmaking. Which, if you ask me, I just don't think it has a place in Call of Duty. As per like any other game, I just don't think it belongs. You know, I grew up in Call of Duty when that wasn't a thing, you know, back in like Call of Duty 4 MW2, and we just had to deal with it. But guys, officially, as of today, they have just announced that this will be in the game from release. So you can kiss skill-based matchmaking goodbye forever. Guys, this is just my opinion on it. Obviously, I recorded this before that was announced, so I'll just give you my feedback on it. But it's great to see that Call of Duty finally listened to us, and it means that this game is going to be releasing without skill-based matchmaking. Guys, if you do enjoy this video and you enjoy content like this and you do want to see more Black Ops 7 content, obviously we've got Battlefield 6 on the way as well, and just more videos in general. I'm trying to be a bit more consistent with how much I upload. Then please do go ahead down below and hit the like button, subscribe, comment, and let me know what you guys want to see. It really does help out the channel go, and I appreciate every single one of you. Take care of yourselves, take care of your channel, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, so let's give this open mosh pit a go, which is basically no skill-based matchmaking. I mean, that probably should have been called years ago, but we'll try it out. Let's see if it actually works. I mean, I can't imagine it will properly in the beta, but I've been using the M15 here, but without the red dot sight recently, and I feel like I feel much better with it. Like, I feel like I play better with it without the sight. I don't know if that's like a placebo thing or not, but are you glad COD are doing this, like the skill-based matchmaking being turned off? Yes, but like I think it's not without complaining about. Like, it is, yeah, of course it is. I mean, skill-based matchmaking has no place in Call of Duty, in my opinion. I don't think it's ever, you know, should have been in COD to begin with. But at the same time, it's crazy that it's taken this to bring it back. And I don't even really think it's that they've listened to the fans of the game as such. I think it's more about the fact that they've been threatened by another title, and they're like, shit, we need to do something. Do you think they've done it because people have been complaining? See what I mean about skill-based matchmaking? Like, that guy hasn't got, you know, hands. He's never used a controller in his life. He doesn't know what he's doing, you know? But again, like, I've been in a lobby straight after this, or like before, you know, I'll be in a lobby straight after this where it's just full of nerds. It makes no difference. But yeah, I think people, yeah, I mean, especially if you go on Twitter, like if you're, you know, if you're active on socials, like I read a hell of a lot of, you know, pro players and streamers, and a lot of, you know, even casual players really, you know, complain on Twitter and things like that about skill-based matchmaking in general, and that it shouldn't be in the game. And obviously people are happy that it's not now and that it's been taken out, but people are like unhappy about the reason why it's been taken out. Like it's not because you actually wanted to take it out, it's because you were kind of forced to. Like, you had a choice, you know, you either took it out or you lost a big chunk of your fans, you know. Like, it's a weird one. Like, Call of Duty would do well either way, right? Even if there was, even if they did have skill-based matchmaking, like, it wouldn't make a difference. Like, you'd still have the game, you know, play well, and there would still be people playing it. But I do think that they're in a massive... Oh my god, I almost choked that bad. I'm mantled backwards then. But I do think they're in a much better position having skill-based matchmaking. Oh, I've been juked. Turn off, then on. The trouble is, I don't think it really works in the beta. And let me explain why. Let me explain why I don't think it works in the beta at all. Unfortunately, right, you either have to have the game have skill-based matchmaking, or have it... Where is this dude? What? Oh my god, that actually counts as a person, so that can contest hills. So yeah, the issue with skill-based matchmaking on this beta, right, is that it's currently a playlist. So essentially, you have to go out your way to search for it. Now, people that are going to search for that playlist are people that are interested in not having skill-based matchmaking, which means 99% of the people that are searching for the playlist are people that are sweaty at the game, or competitive players, or, you know, hardcore COD fans that don't want it in the game, right? Because if you're just a casual, you know, you're a dad who's come home from a late night shift, you know, having to run errands all night, the last thing you're going to do is know what game mode to search for, in knowing that what you're going to get, and also you probably don't care. Like, you're not going to give a shit, are you, really? Let's be honest. Like, you know, you're not keeping up with what game modes have what in it if you're, you know, an older individual, you know, and that's kind of why it doesn't work on the beta, because the only people searching for this are primarily going to be sweaty players, because obviously they're like, oh yeah, skill-based matchmaking is turned off. That means we can play against noobs, so let's search for this game mode so that we're not put up against sweats. So essentially creating lobbies of just sweats. The only good thing is it bases it off of ping, so you actually get into games like really quick. You know, which is a great thing. That's how it should be. Rather than trying to search for skill base, it searches for connection. So essentially it means that all the games should have better internet connection the whole way through, which obviously is, you know, the way it should be. Do I think it'll be a part of the game when it gets released? Yeah, but I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know. I'm hoping they just put it in the game, not playlist based, but I honestly don't know how they'll go about it, to be honest. If they do it like a playlist, I don't think it works, but if they just make it as part of the game, then it'll be fine. But it's ridiculous because, I mean, you know, this is how Call of Duty used to be, you know. Up until 2019, that's how COD was. You search for a game, you got into a lobby, you know, you had sweats in there and you had casual players in there. There was no, it wasn't like a, you know, that's just how COD is. And that's how it should be. Do I think COD deserves to be in the predicament against Battlefield doing well in terms of numbers, playing both betas? Look, listen, I'm going to address the... I didn't actually make a video on the Black Ops... No, I did. I didn't make a video on the Battlefield 6 beta. And I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't really want to get into this debate. Why is there a massive number 7 on the radar above my name, by the way? I didn't want to get into the debate of COD and Battlefield, right? Because I'm just going to say this once, but like the whole disagreement and the war that Battlefield fans and COD fans are having is absolute insanity. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, Twitter's going crazy right now of just Battlefield fans arguing with COD fans and COD fans arguing with Battlefield fans. And guys, can we not just enjoy both games? You know, I don't understand why there has to be this, like, well, my game's better than your game. It's like, dude, just enjoy both games for what they are, right? I'm a Battlefield fan, I'm a COD fan. I'll play both. I'm looking forward to both. Honestly, I think Battlefield 6 is going to be amazing. Black Ops 7 feels great so far. There's no reason why this game shouldn't do well. I have no doubt in my mind. I mean, they are listening to people. So it does seem like they're, you know, they're catering more towards what people actually want, which is obviously a promising thing. But again, they're doing it because of Battlefield 6. Like, I don't believe for a split second they're doing it because they give a shit what you think, you know. I really don't think they give a shit what people think for the most part. I think they just care about their competition because people haven't wanted skill-based matchmaking in the game for like the last 6 years, and yet we've still got it. So it doesn't really matter what you guys think. Or like the skin argument, you know, like whether the skins are, you know, too much and realistic and all this, and you know, they don't care. They don't care that you don't like the skins. They don't care that you don't like maps. They don't care that you don't like features. They're still going to release their game as normal. It's still going to do as well as it normally would. And there's literally nothing, you know, there's nothing you can do about it. COD will do well no matter what. But there is also no secret that COD is in the worst position it's ever been in, right? In terms of pre-order sales, at the lowest of lows. And the game's just not, you know, it's not doing well. Overall, Call of Duty's not doing well. So I think that Battlefield 6 has definitely made Call of Duty have to act on these things. Do I think that COD is genuinely under threat from Battlefield 6? Like, to a degree, yes. COD will do well no matter what. It doesn't matter how good Battlefield 6 actually is. COD will still have its player base. It will still have its, you know, it will still sell like crazy. It will still have people playing it 24/7. The only thing is, I think this is the first year ever, like actually ever, where Battlefield actually has a leg to stand on. Like a big platform to stand on about being better than COD. And I really do think that. So it'll be interesting. Do you have a preference now you've played both betas? No, not really. I like them both for different things. I don't even think they can be compared, really. People comparing Battlefield and COD is just weird. Like I say, you play them for different reasons, right? Like, this is fast pace, you know, quick gunfights, close. Like, I don't do that in Battlefield, you know? That's not how you play. So, but I mean, Call of Duty, they've got everything that they you know, they bargained for, really. Because they didn't listen to fans for years, and so their player base has just gone down and down and down and down until such point in which they've had to act on it, because suddenly there is an FPS game that for the first time ever is about to go head to head with Call of Duty and probably do really well, if not better. And I think in terms of sales, I really do think Battlefield might do better than COD, personally. But yeah, I mean, skill-based matchmaking it's a weird thing anyway, isn't it, guys? Right? Like, if you only really benefit from skill-based matchmaking if you're not very good at the game, essentially. Because, you know, if you're not very good at the game, it means you're not going to get paired against sweats, which is great for casual players to a degree, right? But like, casual players back then had to play against sweats and normal people. And like this lobby here that I'm in now, right? Like, just this lobby alone compared to the last lobby, can you see the difference in players, right? Like, I feel like people in this lobby here are not very good compared to the last lobby I was just in. Yeah? Do you see the difference? Do you see what I'm saying? So, you know, it is working to a degree. I just don't think it's working as well as it can because of the fact that it's a playlist and not just integrated into the game, which I think it should be integrated into the game. Casual players won't get better though. Yeah, but I mean, you know, do casual players really care about getting better? You know, if you've got like 2 kids at home and you're trying to put food on the table, do you really give a shit whether or not you're doing well? Do you know, like, I don't know. But for people that play this day to day, you know, 24/7, streamers and competitive COD players and shit like that, Oh, 100%. It's the most important thing. It's crucial. It's crucial for content reasons as well. Like, okay, put it this way, guys, right? Like, would you rather watch content of me get, like, you know, a 70 bomb, you know, and get, like, 3 deaths, or would you rather watch me go, like, 20 and 20? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, for content reasons, for streamers and stuff like that, it's amazing, because it means you can slam people and get good content out of it. The kids might ask you KD at dinner table. Hey, if my kids don't have a good KD, then they're automatically evicted from the household. But, like, you know, years ago, we played without it. So, you know, it's how gaming's always been until recent. This is a recent time thing. I mean, look at that lobby, like 64 and 24, like they just got slammed. Do you know what I mean? Like, but then I'll go into the next lobby, right, and I'll get shit on. But that's a good thing, because it means you never know who you're coming up against. It means every game's different. It's not just a sweat fest. Like, I've just spent that whole time talking about skill-based matchmaking while ripping people a new one. Do you see what I'm saying? I didn't have to focus once. But then when skill-based matchmaking's in the game, I have to lock in. And I shouldn't have to do that in public games. That's just ridiculous. It's just stupid. It doesn't make any sense. But that's my opinion on it, personally. So, yeah, that's where I stand on it.